I had a terrible theater experience with this movie. The people in the row behind me wouldn't stop talking. The people in front of me wouldn't get off their phones and had them up on full brightness. And I was dealing with a pretty bad headache to boot. But despite all of those external factors, I absolutely loved watching this movie, and I was completely blown away by weapons. I guess I scratched myself, but alright, let's roll with it. Welcome to Bite Size Bunny. My name's Tony, and today we are going to be talking about Weapons. Weapons is the latest horror film from Cregger, the director of the fantastic 2022 horror film Barbarian. And one night at 2:17 a.m., a group of children randomly wake up in the middle of the night and run out of their homes into the darkness to never be seen again. To make matters even more bizarre, the kids are all from the same elementary school classroom, and the only people that didn't disappear that night are the teacher and one other student. The film is structured around chapters, with each chapter following a different character that was affected that night and kind of showing the aftermath through their own unique perspectives. The way the narrative is formatted feels heavily inspired by Tarantino, as we get to see this story told out of order and watch how different characters cross paths with each other across the various chapters, with each chapter feeling like it provides you with a new piece to the puzzle and giving you more context to the events, leaving you constantly wondering what's gonna happen next. At first, the story feels like a slow burn mystery that does a good job at building tension, but as you enter the second half of the film, shit goes off the rails in such a way that it makes the film feel like it has immediately gone from 0 to 100 in the best way possible. The moment I started to realize what kind of horror movie this was, I was glued to the screen and loved every second of it. There are some scenes that can be a bit hard to watch. When this gets violent, it is shockingly violent, and it doesn't pull its punches whatsoever. And it all builds up to a finale that is so masterfully crafted from a filmmaking perspective that I had chills from the camera work and imagery alone. There are multiple scenes in that last 30 minutes that just left me in awe. As far as performances go, they're top notch. There's not a bad one in the bunch. No matter how big or small the role was, everyone in this film fully commits and gives it their all. Julia Gardner is great here. She plays the teacher of these missing students, and what her performance brings to this role adds a level of depth to the character that will have you not only sympathizing with her, but also getting frustrated with her at times. Her character feels very real and sincere. You've got this flawed individual that you could tell genuinely cares about her kids and wants to help, but the way she goes about it just isn't great. Carrie Christopher plays the one student that didn't disappear that night, and as you continue to learn more about this kid, it's borderline heartbreaking at times. I totally bought his performance, and I thought he was one of the standouts of this movie. Then you've got Josh Brolin and Benedict Wong, both who are truly exceptional here, and Alden Ehrenreich. With these most recent projects, I find myself genuinely stoked to see where his career is going to go next from here. I think he's got so much potential, and over these past few films has showed a pretty decent amount of range. I'm kind of smitten by this movie. I loved Barbarian, and I love Weapons even more. Cregger is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors working today. I love how bold he is with the horror genre, and that he's willing to take these big swings, giving us these films that feel so unique and fresh. This is right up there with Sinners for me as far as my favorite movie of 2025 goes, and with that being said, I'm going to be giving Weapons a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTube stuff. And what's your favorite horror movie of 2025 so far? I'd love to know.